says I'm live. I need to set off my clocks. This is such a weird thing to watch it. There we go. And now let's go to the other one and start it off. Let me move it so it's closer to this one. And let's put this one like this. Alright, that one doesn't even ever really need to come back, does it? It's just this one. Oh no, what did I just do? Come on now. Sorry, I was running late today, so I'm now still. Hey Stephanie, how's it going? Great collection of emojis there. Is that something in my mustache, or is that just my hair getting weird? It's just that mustache part growing weird. Yeah, anyway, maybe I should trim it or something a little bit. Hey Josephus, how's it going? Hey Fathom. Let's see, okay. I keep feeling like there's something else I'm forgetting to do or something, but everything looks fine. It says I'm live. Stream's okay. Yeah, I think everything's fine. So, aloha siblings. How's everybody been the last week? I think I've been okay. I think, you know what I'm going to do? Just because I don't have any idea how many people there are yet, none of the stats are showing up. I'm going to go play a bit of a game for a minute, and then I'll start in earnest. So what do I want to do? I guess I want to do this, and I need to do, where's OBS? Come back here. Let me go to here. I'll save K-Diamonds for later. I want to play Mastermind for a bit. I think K-Diamonds is a better thing to play, like near the end or something, because it's such a quiet collection of... And it's very early for next week. That's a good one. Okay, so... I'll just start with some of the... Oh, wow. Back-to-back bill for you today, huh? Chaos, hey? Do you want to vent about it, Nasal Penny, or? Oh, wow, I'm sorry to hear about that, Stephanie. Zowie. Hey, Mangy. Okay. Well, if you ever do need to, Nasal Penny, feel free. It's fine. All right, let's keep that there like that. We'll do that. And let's toss in the pink one just for good measure. Yay, what do you know? And you know what I want to do is I want to move a thing here. Let's move a thing here. That works better. Okay. And the red's going to go here. I've already got the pink, I guess, for it anyway. Let's do that. I suppose I could. Be there exactly when I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know, the whole, yeah. Oops, I don't know, let's just do the red all the way across. I gotta get a hat if I'm gonna do a leaning more into the wizardly Gandalf kind of thing, right? Now we'll put in this one. All right. Let's just move the white one over one. Stick the black one in there and introduce purple. Nope, okay, let's do flip the black and the white. How about that, huh? Let's flip the black and the white. And they're flipped, and we got it, there we go. Hey Rich, how's it going? Yeah, let's go back and start another one. And, oops. And there goes that. And here goes that. There we go, finally got another color in there. And put in the pink, of course. Alright, well we know that pink has to go there now, don't we? And we'll move the green along. And we'll do that. And red, pink, green, black. What do you know? And yeah, I'll give it a few more minutes and then I don't know what I'll do. As usual, I have no real plan. And we got yellow. You know, I've never seen a coyote walk across the top of a fence, but it doesn't surprise me. We used to have a beagle that would do that when I was a kid. She would get up on our backyard fence and walk along the ledge all the time. There's noise from upstairs again. Okay, I don't know if it's that pink in particular, but we know it's that yellow for sure. So, and put in the white, Bill. There we go. And well, you know, pick the right pink after all. And here we go. And like this. Let's drop in the black one. Nope, but we'll flip the black one and the white one. Didn't we do this already? Here we go. A beagle of all dogs. Yeah, the people that lived next door to us, they had a beagle, and she had puppies, and they asked if we wanted one, and my parents said yes, and my sister and I were, of course, elated, because that meant we had a dog, because we hadn't had one before that. And yeah, she was really friendly. No, turns out it was a coyote. Our beagle's too small. Actually, well, she was pretty small, so that is to be true, but she could jump really tall. She could jump over our backyard fence. Like, just jump over it. It was really kind of annoying to my parents at times because she would get out of the backyard and like you'd have to go get her. Although, you know, she didn't really wander off too far or anything like that. But like this. Let's do this. just did pink, so let's add white. And there we go. Hey, what do you know? Do I like watching movies? Yeah, I do sometimes, and sometimes I don't. Depends on the mood I am. I mean, I think movies are a great art form, and I have enjoyed movies, but a lot of times I don't go to movie theaters or anything like that because it's hard for me to get comfortable. But I do watch movies at home now and again. For my dad lets me use his. He let me have a profile on his Netflix account, so I will watch stuff on Netflix now and again. Although I watch shows more than I watch movies, to be honest. Hey, James Morrison, how you doing? Okay, I've already done the green. Let's do the pink. Oh, what did I just do? Why did I put in the red? I've been totally brain farting this whole time. This is going to suck. Can I rescue this since I wasted so many moves? So what I need is for blue to go here. Well, that's good. And yellow has to go here. Because this has to go where the red wasn't, right? And green has to be here. All right. There we go. Not so bad after all. Sally, talk about brain farting. It could also be, I suppose, a byproduct of doing, a streaming thing. Because it's not too far away from my normal bedtime. I don't know that I've heard of Paul as a movie. Does it ring any bells? Who's in it? Who directed it? That kind of info? Maybe some of us know about it. And we'll put in the blue. Hey, we got a blue one. The World's End. All right, well, we got the blue one. And we got that one there. All right, we don't know which green it is, but we know the yellow needs to move. And there we go, like that. Let's toss in the pink one. So it's not the pink one. So yellow needs to move, and green needs to move, and we'll add the white. Okay, it's not the white. We know it's not the white. And let's introduce the black. There we go, got it there. It's a movie about an alien named Paul. I don't think, no, it doesn't even ring a bell. Wow, crazy. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to keep playing Mastermind until the break time, just because it seems to be fine for me to do at the moment. Then I'll probably do some triggers when I come back from the first break. There we go. Yellow goes there. Blue goes there. Well, we know where the yellow goes. Let's put in the green because that's going to be its permanent home now. And its blue's permanent home too. But pink is not in the game. No, white's not in it either. Try the green. Oops, blue. And I'll put in the black one. Nope, it's There we go. Have I ever thought about it? Yeah, I actually used to move it around a lot. And this is sort of what just got settled in on, because it seemed to fit a fair number of people as well as being at least doable by me. I have thought about once in a while doing like a floating one, you know what I mean, that might happen at different times, just so that different people, in different time zones might get an opportunity to be present live. Well, if the blue isn't it, that means blue has to go there. It has to be one of these two pinks. Let's say it's the leftist one, the most left one, I guess. Hey, what do you know? Let's pick that one. Pink. Let's toss in the black one. Nope. Okay. It's got to be these two again. The black and the white need to get flipped. What do you know? Okay. When was the Depeche Mode concert filmed? Okay, I guess no green, you douchebag. Put this in there. There we go. All right. And there goes the pink. There goes the blue. There goes the yellow. And there we go. Oh. Goes the pink. Goes the blue. Goes the yellow. Oops, no, we already tried the white and it didn't work. There we go. What do you know? Wow, last year. Well, I'm glad that you could make it, Donovan. I never got into Depeche Mode all that much. Not, that I have anything against them or anything. They just never quite grabbed my fancy. But do they have all the original personnel? I mean, I couldn't even name any one of the members of the band, but it seems like, well, I don't know, I remember hearing them, the first time I remember hearing them was for, what was that song, Just Can't Get Enough. So I don't know whether they had any stuff out that was before that or not. But that was the first one I ever heard, which is, quite a long time ago. But I was just wondering if they still had, a lot of the same members, or have they, like a lot of other bands, just rotated people out? I haven't really looked into it with any detail, but apparently Fripp is not playing with King Crimson at the moment. I think he's decided that, as an older gentleman, he's just not going to bother with touring and that kind of thing. Okay, well, we're inside of a minute. Well, good timing, Bill. Let's get this back to the normal scene thing. There we go. And yeah, I don't know. I think I'll do probably brushing when I first come back from the break, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Yeah, I think that's probably the idea. Oh, how out of sync are the timers? I guess they're like 7 seconds out of sync right now. I wonder how far out of sync they'll get after I come back from the break. Okay, well, that's close enough. I'm going to go to the break. I'll be right back. And there we go. We're back in business, and I'm going to do brushing, I guess. And I'm going to start with the craft brush tonight. And see how it goes. Oh, hey, Masha, how's it going? Hey, Kate Manda. That's nice. Quiet bit of brushing there, yeah. Excuse me. Okay, I think I'll switch over to the other side. Just don't kick the little table bill. The first ASMR channel I watched. Trying to think. It might have been Whisper Crystal. Although I'm thinking it might not have, well, because I'm thinking about it because when I first started watching ASMR on YouTube, well, it was before it was called ASMR, and people just called them kind of like what they were like whisper videos or something like that if the person was whispering. So the first time I think that I remember coming across anything suitably ASMR-ish that was like, intentionally made ASMR, would have been, I don't remember who would have been first, but there were a few young women, looked to be, and this is just a guess basically, probably in their 20s, early 20s probably. But where they did, do you remember those things where it was like, from like their collarbone to, just below their nose kind of thing? Like they didn't really want to show much of themselves is kind of the vibe I got. And so, they just film themselves basically whispering. And I think those were the first ones I came across that were like intentionally made ASMR videos. But again, people just called them whisper videos back then. But when I first came across the few, I think one of them was like Pig's Bum something. It was an Asian woman. But I hadn't really like settled on any person to watch it. It was like, oh, hey, that looks like one of those whisper videos, that kind of thing. But after I came across Whisper Crystal was the first one where I went, wow. And, I subscribed and watched her regularly after only one video. And then for the longest time, I was flip-flopping between either Maria or Whisper Crystal. Moonlight Cottage. I don't know if I know that much. Doesn't ring a bell. Goodnight Moon. Oh, right. I haven't. I know, because the name is really familiar, so I couldn't tell you what they look like or anything like that, or even what their videos would be like, but the name is in my memory somehow. I don't have those bills. I'm going to do that. I don't know if I did it last time. I don't remember where I do that. Brushing over there while I do some whispering. Oh, I never started the break timer. So what time is it? It's 8:30. I'll just try to keep an eye on the clock, and at 8:40 I'll take another break because I forgot to start the clock. I mean, I suppose I could go set a timer for 10 minutes, but anyway, I'm brushing over there, but I'm whispering over here. I'm brushing over there, but I'm whispering over here. I am brushing over there, but I am whispering over here. I am brushing over there, but I am whispering over here. And I'll switch places. Yeah. Was Ben here last week? He has been, because, he's at Romance. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I guess, I've become at least sufficiently evil that I stopped the stream. But back to Ben, I don't know. I don't think he was here last week. I might be wrong, but I remember thinking, hey, Ben wasn't here. Because he's, pretty much here. I mean, even though because he's in Sweden, and I know he often complains because it's, the time differences. It means he's either staying up way late or getting up way early. But he has been commenting on the video that, well, I guess I only did one video this week, didn't I? Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that he did his usual comment. I'll have to go double check. But he was leaving comments and everything last week. So I'm hoping he's all right. This way. Oh, well, just seems like there's plenty of us here, and so I'll say it now, and then if other people ask later, maybe some of you guys could chime in and answer the question for them, or for them to save me the time. So I did hear I got another message from the Better Business Bureau. It's not all that positive, but it's also not negative. I got an email from them saying that there was a message on their site that required, how do they put it? They don't say it requires your attention, or maybe it does say that. I guess it says it requires a reaction, something like that. Because whenever, like, I made a complaint against YouTube Google, right? So they'll send whatever it is to YouTube Google, and then YouTube Google responds, and then I have the opportunity to accept what they've said or reject it. And if you accept it, I mean, that's kind of, okay, it's a done deal then. And if you reject it, then it kind of goes through another layer of back and forth. And I hadn't heard anything, so I just assumed that the matter was dropped because of, of inactivity, but I don't know, and I can't do anything for other than make the complaint, I suppose. Any case, so I went on the website and to look up the message that they said was available for me. And it wasn't from Google/YouTube. It was, in fact, from the Better Business Bureau. And in it, they acknowledged that things were taking a long time, but that they hadn't stopped trying to reach the company and try to talk to them about it. So I don't know what that means. Anyway, so I hope I checked the right thing, because I was a little bit nervous about it, because it's my understanding that if I just tick the accept box, then that closes the complaint. And I might be wrong about that, but I erred on the side of me being an apologetic asshole than, closing the complaint. So I rejected the thing and said, I'm only rejecting this because I didn't know how else to respond. Kind of basically just wrote what I just told you guys to them, and said, if you guys are working on it, that's fine, and I hold out every hope you can come up with a good outcome, but, I don't know. So we'll see. I'm still not, I've kind of lost hope on the BVB being able to do anything about it, but all right, what do I want to do now? Let's do the beard brush for a bit. What time is it? There's only going to be like a couple of minutes. I'll do this. Yeah, I wish I would too, Stephanie. And on one hand, it's like I could survive and I would be okay with losing the access to the old channels if I could monetize this one, right? Because the truth of it is old videos, I mean, they'll continue to get views here and there, and they'll kind of straggle in, and so I suppose over time they make money, but it's very slow, But because of the way it happened, and I lost my logins, I don't have access to the AdSense stuff, so I can't monetize this channel. So it kind of has me sort of, screwed, but anyway. Yeah, I'm probably not the only one, but I don't know. It would be nice, however, if things were different. And who knows, maybe the Better Business Bureau will be able to do something about it. I just kind of think YouTube doesn't care, to be honest. Anyway, okay, it's 8:40, so I'm going to take another break, and then I will be back momentarily. Here, okay, I'm back up. Some kind of fly buzzing around in here. So I went and collected the good old chunk of wood. So I think what I'll do is I'll do some more brushing with the good old chunk of wood, and after that I'll do some tapping with the good old chunk of wood. Okay, with the AdSense thing, they keep telling him that he has an AdSense, and I don't think that's what's happening. I think it has recognized me in the video and then recognized me from another channel, because I don't know. Otherwise, I don't know what the problem is, because my dad doesn't have an AdSense. He doesn't make money off of YouTube or anything like that. I mean, he had a channel. He did initially have an AdSense that he started because he was making a website to sell his book, and then I guess he decided he didn't need a website to sell his book. He just goes through different, like Amazon. I don't know where else he sells it for him, but he just discovered that it wasn't worth his effort to really maintain a website when most of the sales are going to be happening elsewhere anyway. So, but he never really used it. It just sat there for a while, and I guess he did have it when we first started this, and I hadn't realized that initially. But he said, but it's gone. That's completely deleted. And but they keep saying that he has an AdSense account, and that's when I kind of thought, okay, it's got to be I don't know. Anyway, if I missed any other. Yeah, you know, that there's a lot of things that they do that I'm like constantly questioning. Like, why would you do that? Like, there's this whole rigmarole I had to jump through in order to change the channel into a branded channel so that I could transfer it over to my dad. Because you can only transfer branded channels, apparently. But you have to go through this big, weird, strange rigmarole. I'm like, why in the world would you do that? I don't understand the freaking point of it at all. Anyway. I mean, I suppose I could talk to somebody else about doing it, Cape Manda, but I don't know. Not really. I mean, my dad is pretty much the best person to do it, but switch brushes now to which one do we want to do, the paintbrush or the beard? Let's do the paintbrush first. Hey Dark Oats, how's it going? Hey Ben, why do you feel sad? Well, actually, we were just talking about you. I wonder if maybe your ears were burning. Everybody's wondering, hey, where's Ben? Anyway, I'm glad you made it, Ben. Hope everything's good, but I guess not, since you're feeling sad. So I don't know. Do you want to tell us about it? You don't have to, but you know. Okay, Geeks Wall, then I'm glad that you were able to get some relief, and night night. Wait, what's going on? is this about the zoo? And what animal was this? Doing the Bob Ross technique on the end of a piece of wood. Now we'll go back to the side for a little bit. Just making some, little leaves on that tree, right? Oh, I don't know how many of you guys I've told, or even how many times I might have mentioned it in the live stream, but, and I think it might have happened, oh man, I can't remember, was it in a comment, or was it one of the things here in the live stream, that somebody had recommended, rotator sweeper, that's what it is, yeah, rotator sweeper. It's sort of a ball version of Minesweeper. Instead of just a flat grid, it's sort of a grid that's kind of bent into this geodesic sphere kind of shape. Anyway, it's going to make its way into the regular rotation. A zebu oh wow, that's funny. Holy mackerel. Covering his eyes with his own ears. Did I read that right? That's just crazy. Man, I haven't been to the zoo in ages. I really used to like the zoo when I was a kid. Well, in particular because our grandparents lived in San Diego. Both sets, actually, my dad's parents and my mom's parents, because they were born and grew up in San Diego. They were high school sweethearts at San Diego High. Anyway, we always stayed with my mom's parents just because they had a big house with them. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about the house enough, so we went to the San Diego Zoo a lot, which was great because the San Diego Zoo is an amazing zoo, or at least it was. I mean, I suppose by today's standards, when I was going there as a kid, it probably wasn't all that great, but by standards of the time, it was really quite, advanced for its change in strategy, and less about animals being in cages and more about, well, just make it be, less crappy. Wow, he just really, I guess he just couldn't take it. Hey Dylan, how's it going? Oh, I hadn't thought about that, dark oats. That's not a bad idea, huh? That might be worth it. Yeah. That might be a good idea. Thank you for that. Because I do know that some people have done that. They've even admitted it, And it's like, I never said you couldn't, right? So there's that aspect of it. And even if I did say, hey, don't do that, what's to stop people from just doing it anyway and just never saying anything, But I like the idea of embedding it, not always at the same spot, I like that idea a lot. I think it's very good. Yeah, Yeah, I don't. Did Ben ever say anything about why he was sad, or he just came on, said he was sad, and that was it? Maybe I should try to figure some way of embedding Easter eggs into things. You know? Because I've been playing these escape room and that kind of thing, hidden object games. And I know some of them are more engaging than others. And some of them I have a hard time just getting off the ground, because it's like, there's some that like I've done, like I just did a couple of doors, like I was doing these ones that were like the 100 doors escape game thing. Like the one I was playing for a bit was the prison doors, and I don't know, there's a couple of different ones that, with the whole 100 doors thing. And oh, there goes noise upstairs. Oh wow, I don't think I saw it, Ben. Yo, Sally, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's a bummer. Oh, but anyway, I was talking about those escape room games. Some of them I find very interesting because of they seem to rely on the, because a lot of those kind of click games, like everybody just tells you click on everything, and I know a lot of them kind of do that, and it's like that. I really find that kind of frustrating and annoying, because it's like that reduces it to tedium for me. You know what I mean? I don't want to just go click 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 clicking on everything. You know what I mean? I'd like it for the game itself to kind of unfold in such a way that you go, oh, I know where I can look for that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Well, I'm so sorry for your loss, Ben. Well, I never did any tapping on this segment, did I? Well, I'll keep the good old chunk of wood around for a little while more in the next segment, too, just for... So it's going to fall over like that. And I don't need it falling over. There we go. Hey, Ben, take care of yourself, man. I don't know. I suspect it could be what you think it is. You know what I mean? That's my niece and her partner, boyfriend. I don't know how they refer to themselves. They're the ones who live immediately above this part of the room. So. Okay, we're again inside a minute again, so I will wind this segment down. I'm pretty sure we all have a good idea, Stephanie. Well, I mean, I think we're having fun here too. Just a different type of fun, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the break early and talk to you guys later. Okay, I'm back. And I guess I missed some comments here. Okay. This is our first trivia question. That's funny, you guys. That's funny. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move OBS over to here. And I'm going to go back and play a couple of more masterminds. And then I think I'll play some of the K diamonds for a short bit. But we'll start here with the mastermind. And we will, as usual, start with the red. And nothing there. And we'll go to the blue. Excuse me. Do any of you guys watch the slow-mo guys? Is that what they call themselves? I can't even think of their names now. Dan and something. Oops. I need to put the blue one there. Introduce green. I've been watching a fair number of their videos lately. Just because some stuff looks really, really trippy when it's going. Can you do the slow-mo thing on it? So which one's right? I'll go with the green being right, and then we'll move the blue, and we'll see how that does. Well, you know, that was right. I'll pick the left side white one to be it. Do that with the green, do this with the blue, and let's throw in the black one, and nope. So again, switch the black and the white. And I'll do green and blue. What do you know? Okay. Oh, you know, well, if I'm going to try and do that, I'll just go there, actually. Let's do this. Guard your eyes, everybody, because it's going to get bright. Dang, man, that's bright. And it's going to stay bright, unfortunately. Revolver sweeper, that's what they call it. I wonder, do they have a place where I could switch this into dark mode or something? What does this do? Oh, I don't want to do that. I guess they don't. Anyway, that's... So, yeah, here you go. That's the game. So, there's 50 mines, and it's somewhere in there, all 50 mines. And the hardest thing about this one, well, maybe not the hardest thing, but a frustrating thing about this one is that sometimes it takes you a few tries to get a good one going. So where can I get started on this? Okay, so this is a good place. Let's start with this. I'll start with this one here. Because see, it has, if you use this side of the triangle as the base of another shape, you'll get a hexagon, right? So it's that hexagon, using this side of the triangle, you get that hexagon, and using the other side of the triangle, you get this hexagon. And it's all, well, at least on this size thing, they're all either hexagons or pentagons. Anyway, so if I'm looking at this one here, there's this one here has nothing in it, this one here has nothing in it. This one has nothing in it, but it has these two spots, so there will have to be, you know, a bomb in one of those two spots. However, if you have a bomb in one of these two spots, where else might it be? See, that's not enough information for me to start pulling things out of the way. Like if it was here, actually it would be way more useful for me if it was here. So let's go, let's look for another spot that might be better. And let's do this one here. All right. So this has this hexagon and this hexagon. This is the one I'm looking at right here. And it has to have 1, which means there has to be a 1 among these 3. But this one and this one also share those 3 spots. So if there's 1 in there, it would satisfy them as well, which means now we can get rid of the ones that aren't there. So it should be, come on. And the same thing for over here, right? Because it'll have these. It means that these 3 aren't. I don't know which of the 3 that it is, obviously, you know. But so what else can I squeeze out of here? Is this enough for me to name that? Yeah, that's this one right here, right? See this one right here? Oh no, it doesn't. We don't want to use that one because I have these 2 here to think about, as well as down here. So what else can I do here? Nothing. All right, it's just well. Where else can I try to squeeze something out of here? No, we're still stuck with that. All right, is there anything that this has helped me with then? That guy's only common with these 2. All right, let's see. Oh, I may have to just blindly click a few triangles to get the ball rolling. That's the thing I was starting to bring up before about the thing I find frustrating about this one is that, well, about Minesweeper in general, really, it just seems to me to be kind of weirder to get the ball rolling. So let's go back to here, because this one, right, if I look at this one, and now I have this one, which means there has to be one in these, among these two. But this one needs 3. So it has these, and it has this, and it has all of those. So that's, but this can only have 1. Now does this one have to be 1 to make those 3 as well? This one has 3 as well, but there's this one here. Let's see. This one will have 1. That'll take care of that. I'm going to have to... I don't see a place where I can get enough traction to get some good progress going, so let's start here, I guess. There we go. Let's see if that's got me anything better here. Because it should, right? I have this one here, has this side, gives me this hexagon, which has nothing in it. This side gives me this hexagon, which only has 1 in it. And this other side here goes over to here, right? So 1 and 2, these two that are from these two sides have nothing in them. But coming from this side here, using this hexagon, all right, this has to be 1. I think that's the first one I've identified, isn't it? Yeah, I guess it is. All right, well, here we can do this one now. And that one's not in there. All right, so, wait, what about this one? This has this hexagon with nothing, has this hexagon with just 1. And it has this hexagon. These have to be. Come on. All right. And does that mean this guy should be clearable now? And who else is clearable? From there, anyway. That looks to be about it. Looks like I got some comments come by. Okay, right, okay. Oh, I have watched How Ridiculous channel. That's where I got the whole idea of the pinning the special words. As I totally just got it off them. Hey man, don't be such a down guy, man. Try to, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's not my place to say anything like that, but you know, taking off forever seems maybe not the best solution. But again, you know, maybe I'm speaking out of turn. All right, this still needs 1, but then that means this one. Okay, here we go. Let's use this a little bit. So any one of these ones over here are, you know, there has to be 1 among these two, which takes care of one of the ones for this guy. But that's this one, and now this one. So these two cover 1, but these 3 would have to cover the other. But those three share with this one, so these three can't. What do you know? Okay, this has, is this the one I want to look at? Yeah, this triangle right here with that 3 in it, because I'm doing this one here. So if I use this side between the 3 and the 5, that hexagon has nothing in it. And if I look at this side between the 2 3s and look at that hexagon, it has nothing in it. Right? But then I look at this one, right, and it has this hexagon, which has 2 in it. It needs one more, but there's only one space left, so there you go. That goes there. Now this one has nothing in there except for this one. This gives me 3. Now that's a lot of spaces, isn't it? Hey, maybe this 5, right? Because if I look at this side, that gives me this hexagon with 3. If I look at this side, that gives me this hexagon with nothing. And if I look at this side, that gives me this hexagon, which only has 1, but that includes one of the ones from that 3. So it only has 2 spaces left, so it has to be that these are bombs. And that means this guy can get cleared off. Alright, let's see what we get here. Nothing in here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to have 1 among these 2. But that'll take care of this 3, which means these 3 can't be a bomb. Alright. I'm doing okay, Dylan. Thank you for asking, or making the statement, or whatever. I hope you are as well. What am I? Nope. Yeah, but still doesn't. Okay, let me try one of these here. No, I think I've already looked at those, and I don't have enough info, really. Because this 2 has only 1 in there. This pentagon has none. Okay. Yep, there has to be 1 in here, which means these 3 can't, right? Try this one now, because this pentagon has nothing in it, and that hexagon has nothing in it, but that's these 2 sides. So if this side here has 1 in it, but I have 2 spots there. No, that doesn't do what I wanted to do. This one needs to have 2, so there's this hexagon that can only have 1, so that's 1. This hexagon is finished, and it has nothing. So since this only 1 can be in here because of these, it needs 2. This one has to be 1. And is that close enough to any of these to get me to get any? Oh, well, I can do this here. That gets me that, which which then gets me this right here, right? Yeah, this has to be a bomb. And there. So this has to be a bomb in here. Only one though. But that means that these three can't be. And let's see. Because he's in Sweden, right? I don't know how to, I'm not sure what to do with anything about that. Oh, I saw you made a couple of dark comments. Do you think that he's really, man, I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that, to be honest. I know he lives in Sweden, but I don't know what city or anything, so I wouldn't know. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I really hope that he's just maybe overreacting a little to, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say it that way, not overreacting, but maybe his reaction has gotten so intense for himself that he's just sort of, overstating, what's really actually going to happen or something. I don't know. Oops, break time, I guess. All right, well, not the most cheerful note to go to a break on, but okay, I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back, you guys. Here. Okay, I'm back. Let me switch back to the scene mode here so I can look at some of these comments, and then I'll... he might be, I mean, he in some of the messages I've interacted with him in, that wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibility, but... And we all know that, drinking can cause people to say things that they didn't necessarily intend and that sort of thing, or, well, whatever. I'm hoping that, yeah, I don't know what else we can do, though, Kate Manda. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna... So this and this. For this one have nothing in it. But this one here off of this side does have one. I need one more in here. Can I tease anything out of that? No, because if it was this, looking at that, it doesn't get me over far enough. Right, this is the same thing because of this one, isn't it, here? This one. So if it's here, it can't be there, but if it's here, it can't be there. Man, all right, let's look at one of these threes, maybe. Nope, I don't have enough threes over there to... Let's see about this here. Nope, that just means this has to have 1. Well, that's okay. Around the block, you're all right. Oh, crap, thank you. You guys, man, I don't know how I suck at this all the time. It's like I think I do that at least once a week, don't I? Well, I'm glad I could, is that BG Stud, or BG Stud, I guess, is that what it is? BG Stud 3. What am I going to get here? I have 4. And this all are pointing that there's just 2 in here, or excuse me, 1 in here. There's 1 in there. I can't quite seem to tease it out the way I... So... this one here, there... Yeah, that doesn't quite make it either. So... Okay, so I'm looking at this one here. It has this hexagon off of this side, this hexagon off of this side, and off of this one you get this hexagon, which means there has to be 1 in here of these 2. But that would satisfy this one, which means these 2 can go away. And now is that enough to get me into this one? I think it is. That has to be a bomb, doesn't it? Because this one here, this side gives me that pentagon, which is empty. This side over here has nothing in it. So that this side here has this hexagon, and it only has 1 space, and it needs 1. There you go. There's that. That goes like that. I think now it has to be this, doesn't it? Maybe not. Hang on. If I'm looking at... Yes, look at this one here, right? It has nothing. This has nothing. Right, it has to be 1 right here. Which means that can get emptied. Those can get emptied. That's already been done. Okay. Now, is one of these here? That one has nothing in that. There's this hexagon and this hexagon right off of these 2 sides here. And this one gives us that. This one gives us both of them. All right, yeah, those both have to be, don't they? And I can do this then. Right. I've only found 12 of the 50 bombs so far. Did I miss any comments? Okay, hang on. Oh, this game is called Revolver Sweeper. Here, let me go this way. Oh, I thought maybe they had a bigger thing so it'd be easier to read, but I guess not. Oh, here it is down here. Revolver Sweeper. Anyway, okay, where was I at now? Okay. Let's look at this 3. This 3 off this side has this hexagon, which has 2. Off this side has this hexagon, which has nothing. And so this hexagon has a blank space and is otherwise empty. That'll make the 3rd. That gives us 2 for that one. we can get this one here. All right. I need to have two among these, don't I? Oh no, it could be a die or two, couldn't it? So two among those four. Oh, hey, Joanne. I didn't even see. Well, I hope you're probably gone already. You're very welcome, Alan. I think Kate Manda or the other Stephanie, I think Stephanie's gunning for your job. All right, I have to have one in here. Which means, okay, if there has to be one in here, right? Let me look at this properly. I'm looking at this 2 here. So, off of this side, there's this hexagon which has nothing. Off of this side, there's this hexagon which has 1 in it. Off of this side, there's this hexagon which has the same 1 in it. So I need 1 more to fill up these 2 spots. But that means that's 2 for this, which means these 3 are not. Now, is any of these close enough that I get? See, I keep having these 1s, but it straddles off, doesn't it? So it's not enough. All right, let me look at this. If I shrunk this down enough down here for this, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'd need 1 more in here. And again, it's straddling it, isn't it? Dang it. What about this here? That has, on this side, has nothing. And on this side, it has nothing. But on this side, it has nothing, but there's 1 spot left. There we go. Now let's get these. Come on now. And this one too. And okay. Now I think this has to be 1 too, doesn't it? Because this one here off of this side has only 1. Off of this side has that. Off of this side, okay, this needs to be 1. Which means that's done. No. Okay, if I look at this one here, right, I have this here, which is empty. I have this here, which is empty. I have this here, which needs 1, and there's a spot for it. All right. Now if I look at this one, there's 1, there's this one, and this needs to be 1. Come on. There we go. All right, let's look at this one here, right? That pentagon or hexagon is empty. This pentagon, right? I'm looking at this one, right? This side gives us empty hexagon. This side gives us the empty pentagon. This side gives us this, which is that. Bingo, bingo. So this one has one over here, has one in here, then on this one here needs one more, which needs to go there. That means this goes there, that goes there. Well, I still don't even have half of them. Oh, what time is it getting to be? All right, here we go. Okay, this is nothing, this is nothing. This guy right here needs to have one in there. But that means this, and this can't be. It also means if there's a one in there, it can't be here. Excuse me. Now I can use this one, can't I? Because this hexagon has nothing, this hexagon has nothing. And this side gives us this pentagon, which has one space left, which needs to be there. But that means that's done. That goes that way, that goes this way. I need there to be only one in here, but that means that can't be and that can't be. Yes, I am using OBS around the block. Yeah, only 31 left. Yeah, it's OBS. That's what I use. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it does do some hiccupy things now and again that I find frustrating, but overall, I think it's a pretty amazingly conceived of and executed tool. All right, let me look at this one here. This side gives me this hexagon, nothing. This side gives me this pentagon with one. This side gives me this hexagon. I need one. That means this has to go there. That's done. That's not. Let's see. This one here can clear that one anyway. So I have to put two among these three. Let me try this looking at this one here. I think this has to be one, doesn't it? If I'm looking at this three, this side gives me this hexagon with that in it. It's empty. But this side gives me this hexagon that has those two in it. And this other side is also empty. So that has to be one. Come on. There we go. Which means this one can get cleared out. Okay. There's that, there's this, and there's that for this two. That needs to be one. Come on. Which means that. Okay. This one has one there. Right from this hexagon. This hexagon gives me one more. This one needs to be one. This one has one, it has two, needs one more in there. Hmm. Okay, this one has nothing there. It has one in this one. It needs one more in here. But that means these can't be. Now let me look at this one here. No, that's the same two. There's nothing getting out of there. This two and there and here. This needs to be one. Come on. Zowie, okay. Now if I look at this one here, this two, that's empty. On that side, on this side, it has this one. But on this side we have this pentagon that only has one left in it. And so alright, let's look at this one. Because there and there, they only have one. This one has to be one. Like that. Like that. What does this guy need? This guy has 3. Oops, time for another break. Zowie. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I had that disconnected off of there. Zowie, zowie, zowie. Anyway. Okay, I'm back. And comments are... Okay, yeah, I'll probably do some more beard brushing. I was going to see if I could try and actually finish this game, though. That's the problem with this game, is it takes me a lot longer than, normal Minesweeper. At least it feels like it does. And yeah, Kate Mana, thanks for your reminding everybody. I'm doing okay, other than being frustrated about the channel, and, well, there's other things too that frustrate me. But yeah, thanks for asking, though, and I hope you're doing well as well. All right, now if I'm looking at this here, that just keeps bugging me. Where's the way I could maybe squeeze that out more satisfactorily? Let me look at this 3 here. On this side, I have a hexagon with 1 in it. On this side, there's a hexagon that has nothing in it, so I have 1. And on this side is a hexagon that has nothing in it, but it has 2 spaces. Well, I need both of those. Right, I'm looking at this one. Let's make sure I'm clicking the right one. done. That's done. That's done. Okay, here has one. There's nothing. I need another one in between here. But that would satisfy for this one, which means not that, not that. Okay, right? It's these two, but that means not this and not this. Is that enough that I can get that out like here, I think, yeah. On this side, I have nothing. On this side, it has nothing. Right? I'm looking. Wait a minute, what am I looking at here? This one here. On this side, I have nothing. On this one here. On this one here, I have there. On this one. All right, so yeah, this has to be it. All right. Only 19 left. Thanks, Sinful. This has to give me just one and only one. But if I look at this 4, it has 1, 2, 3 already, and this, and now it's doing this, but this has to have 1 in there, which would be set. So this is not a bomb. Has that helped anybody else here? This and this. All right, this 4 on this side. I have 2 on this side. I also have 2, but one of them's in common, so there's 3. But on this side, I only have this one, but it's already been counted. I need one. It's got to be that one there. And this is done. This one is not. This needs to be one, doesn't it? Right there. Yeah, this needs to be one. Now this 4 has 2 there, but with 1 in common, that's 3. And this one here, this has to be one. That'll give him 4. That does that. That one does that. 1 and 1. All right, I need 1 in here, but that means that can't be. Does that help me at all? I think it does. If I look at this one, this one has to be, doesn't it? But that means back here, this one needs to be, doesn't it? Yes. Come on. What's going on here? There we go. Okay, hang on. I'm missing comments here. Wait, okay. Oh, yeah, what response was that for? Lima Hotel, up. Oh, I saw where you wished me well. Is there anything else above that I should be looking for? But, well, if all you were looking for was, yeah, I'm doing okay, hope you are too, then we're okay. All right, cool. I hope, yeah, I don't know, Cape Man, I hope your efforts are enough for, yeah.
Oh, I see, Lima. Okay. Okay, I think I'm finally caught up with the comments. I'm going to come back over here. And here, let me... All right, that's fine. I can see what's going on. All right, this... Oh, that's emptied. Where am I looking here? Let's go over here. All right, this has nothing off of this side. It has 2 off of that side. And nothing off this side, but there is a space. That needs to be 1. Okay, this one says I have to have 1 among these 2. This 2 already has 1 over there. So that means this can't be a bomb. Let's look at these 4s. Maybe they can help. Maybe this one's the better one to look at. There's nothing in there. So there's nothing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there can only be 1 in here among these 2, so that means these 3. What am I doing here? Have to be, right? There has to be 1 in there. But now, that makes that. That makes that. Now, this one has those, nothing. Has these, nothing. Has this one, needs 1. And so that this 2. There's nothing in there. So I need 1 among these 2, which means these 2 can't be. Can I get that one yet? Looking at this one. No, that's too far off. How about this one? There. Off of this one. Nothing off of that hexagon there. Only 1 off of there. Right? Nothing. Only 1. So this needs to be 1, yeah. Here's another 2, right? That has nothing, that has nothing, and this one has 1, but there we go. So there's that. Now there's this one. Come on. One, 2, 3. Yeah, that should be. Why isn't this going off there? All right. 1, 2. There's got to be 1 among these 2. Right, so if there's only, let's look at this one here. If there's only 1 in here, that has nothing. This other circle here, this means there has to be, yeah, that's not getting me enough. Right here, this should be emptyable. Yes. Now this one should be, because that's nothing there. There's 3 there. I need 1 here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That has to be 1. Times are getting to be. It's going to take me most of the evening just to do this one, isn't it? Okay. What is this 5 telling me? Not enough. Well, maybe, okay, if I look at this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This one here, this one there, so there's only one in there. But that's fine for this one, right? 1, 2, 3. And then there'd probably be one in there, right? Because of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, right in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that means this one can't be. All right, what am I looking at here? I think this is goes like that. Let's look at this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? If I'm looking at this 5, that hexagon has 3 of it in it. This hexagon has 2, but one of them has already been counted, so that only makes 4. This one has 1 in it, but it's already been counted, so that's still the same 4. This has to be 1. And this get cleared out. What do you know? EPIA for me. Holy mackerel. So let me get the OBS back. Let's go back to here. What do you know? And you know what I'm going to do is oh yeah, Ashland. It's yeah, it's basically a Minesweeper, but on a curved space. Thanks, Stephanie. Let's see. So what am I going to do now? I guess beard brushing was asked for. So we'll do some beard brushing. And I think I'll, after the last break, I'll play some K-Diamond. And you know, at the very end, I'll do some of the lullaby stuff. My, you know, half-ass attempt at, that's Brahms's lullaby, right? And I know I don't even remember the melody properly, but do a little beard brushing over on this side here. And maybe do a little beard brushing over on this side over here. Seems like things are. Oh, let me see something here. Right. Very weird. The meters are acting very strange. Well, cool, around the block. Oh, cool, thanks, Stephanie. I'm glad you like them. I am going to, I don't know exactly when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do a Mind Test Monday video that's going to be entirely at nighttime, just because several people have asked for it, actually. And so there'll probably be a lot of lullaby and wandering around in the stars and maybe, you know, lighting places, but only mildly. Well, the other channel is just called Bill MaxVoxPax. Like, this one is Bill MaxVoxPax 2 because it's the second one. I mean, that's all there is to it. I had thought about changing it to being Bill MaxVoxPax TOO, right? Just because, yeah, isn't it? Yeah, I'm clever. Hey, Vexing. How's it going? Yeah, you know, I will do some tracing after the break before I start playing some K-Diamonds. How about that? Because it doesn't take me much much longer. It doesn't take me very long to do the alphabet and numbers and stuff like that. So, and I'll maybe do a little bit of tapping on the piece of labradorite. Oh no, there was I did the well, you clearly didn't catch it then or whatever, but I didn't make it clear enough. That I didn't I did it as just a headset thing without setting up the these mics, right? I usually have those set up to record the click on the trackball and the keyboard noises, and I don't remember what it was, why I didn't do it on Monday. That doesn't matter, but for whatever reason I didn't, and I think I thought I'd said something to everybody to let me know what you thought of it, but. Oh, was that you that came up with the MSE? Oh, sorry if I missaid that. I mean, there's actually a couple of people vexing said that they prefer it without having the other mics. Although I think they're in the minority, so I'll probably only rarely do that. You know, I don't know. Well, I don't know, man. I'm pretty much judgment-proof MSE. I have nothing. And there we go. We're doing the time for a break again. And where are we at? Here, let's see if I've missed some comments here, it seems like. Huh, okay, well. What is this Monday actually going to be? Let me look real quick while I'm because that will be... Okay, this Monday's going to be Enigma. So it'll be probably headset only because there isn't really a whole lot of clicky-clacky noises going on in there, is there? Because it's mostly I use the trackball to roll around. So there's not a whole lot of sound. Right on around the block. Well, I don't know what I want. I'm okay if you want to talk about your channel. I'm fine. You know, I don't have much of a reach, but I'll tell people that you have a channel and would like them to watch it. Well, I'm trying to remember what that might have been, because yeah, I only have a few layered videos, but yeah, anyway, so while I am here and we're doing the thing, I should do this back. There we go. So I can see what I'm doing, or what I'm actually filming for you guys to see, I suppose. So let's try to not show it directly at the light or the screen or any of that. Here we go, like that. Okay, here we go. Put it down a little bit there, Bill. All right, here we go. I'll do the alphabet first this time. And there we go. See, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Let me do this. And there, that should be better. Oh, let me get OBS back. There we go. Yeah, that's better. All right. So, here we go. Okay, so letters first. A. B. C. D. E. F. G. H. I. J. K. L. M. N. O. P. Q. R. S. T. U. V. W. X. Y. And Z. So now I will do the numbers, starting at 0 this time. 0. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. No. Okay. So now let's see, I don't want that there. Actually, I don't even want that there at all. I want this here. So that's a little bit dimmer, but not too much. But anyway, there we go. Let me go switch to, all right, I'm going to have to go here, and then we're going to have to do this. I need to set it up in studio mode so I can make those transitions smoother or whatever, you know. Okay, here we go. We're going to play some K-Diamonds for a little while, and then I'll do some lullabies after. You know, I'm going to turn off the white clock because it doesn't really do any good right now, does it? Since there's no more breaks. Okay, so let's get onto here now. Let me know if the sound on the game level is good. Oh, I guess I missed some comments. You know, it's somebody, the stone, somebody in one of the previous streams said they thought it was a stone called Labradorite. So, I mean, I don't know, is that a type of granite or something? I know next to nothing about stones, but, you know. I mean, I know which ones I think are pretty. Yeah, I agree with you on the sound of this game is really good. And I love the pictures too, the little gemstones. There's something about it just is really appealing to me. I mean, it's such a weird thing to go from playing the revolver sweeper, right? Which is, you know, I still find it pretty challenging because I'm, you know, just not used to using, you know, looking at it in that, you know, the sort of approximation of a sphere, I suppose, in 2Ds on a screen, whatever. But anyway, this is just so different. It's just like, it doesn't really matter. You know, I don't know. Let me look really quick here and about K-Diamonds. So if you're curious, well, here, I'll type it into the comment section. So if you wanted to go look at their website, it's, you know, anything starting with K like this typically has been made for the KDE. You know, it's part of the Linux thing. But I don't know. They do sometimes have other stuff that's, okay, make sure I do this. apps.kde.org/K. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it. But anyway, there you go. There's the link for their site. Let's go ahead and close that back out. All right. You know, I'm always half tempted to, you know, I think I mentioned this last time, try to get good at this. Not so much that I want to, make a score of any kind per se, but to be able to have like really long chain reactions. It seems to me since there is no time limit, like you could spend time going, if I use this one, that'll cause that, that'll cause that, that'll cause that, you know what I mean? But I think that's one of those things that'd be better to do after I've done it and, kind of developed a skill set for it, Otherwise it'll be a lot of tedious nothing. Although I know some people may find that interesting as for the ASMR type effect. But. And here we go, like that. What time is it getting to be? And I moved this thing again. Dang it. There we go. All right, I'll play this for a few more minutes, and then I'll do lullaby stuff. Oh yeah, I'm going to be adding levels, maybe as early as in March, but maybe not till April, because I want to be able to, I don't know, I'm fearful of saying too much about it because I have this tendency of saying crap and then not getting, not following through with it, and I don't want to do that with this right now, but there's going to be, I'm just going to be doing things a bit differently, that are going to accommodate my being able to do things. So I guess one of the things is going to be is that what's a good way of where my head's at? I gotta stop staring at the thing. I'm zoning out. Okay, so one of the things that's going to happen is that I'm going to stop recording Mind Test Mondays on the Monday that I release it. For whatever reason, I just thought that was kind of a cool thing for me to do, really, from my own perspective of, I don't know, having it be like I made it that day, I edited it that day, and I put it out that day kind of thing. It just seemed to fit the kind of the vibe of Mind Test Monday being, a Mind Test Monday. But it'll be better for me if I can kind of go back to trying to figure out a better workflow so I can be effective and efficient. And, I kind of dropped the ball on that after I lost access to the other channels. And I need to kind of, I don't know, not let that keep me from doing things to the extent that I have been. But yeah, there's going to be, stuff that will be free available on Patreon. And you can go sign up now if you want for free. And then there's going to be some kind of minor perks for the $1 a month. And then I'm going to create a $2 a month thing, which will be, I don't know, a little more. What am I looking at here? I don't know, more deluxe. I'm not sure if that's the right way to put it or not, but that's the way I'm using it now. And then, of course, the thing that'll probably roll out the latest is that I am going to start doing the NSFW, where I read like Victorian like literature porn. Because a couple of people have asked that, I would do more adult material as far as like reading stuff. Actually, a couple of people even suggested that I could make, porn essentially. They found that I would be appealing to watch for porn, which I thought I was very flattered, but no, I don't think I'm cut out to make porn. Anyway, so there's kind of some of the rough thumbnails of stuff that will be happening. I'll be probably more confident about being more, what I'm doing with everything in a future point in time. But anyway. Wow, yeah. Well, see, there you go. Then you're already set for the not safe for work thing, because that's the price tag I was going to use for that. Like, so free, $1, $2, and $5. Those are the tiers I'm thinking of. Thanks, Rob. Oh, chicka wow wow. Yep, that's exactly it. I've got a wah wah pedal. I could make, low key, porn soundtrack nonsense. I have a talk box too. The thing like Peter Frampton used to do that "Do You Feel Like We Do" thing. I haven't spent enough time with it to be very good with it, but it is kind of a fun device to just sort of goof around with. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be too. I just figured it was going to be like a piece of cake, It's like, you got to worry about the position of the mic and your, at your mouth, and then the little hose that you put into your mouth where the sound's coming in. I mean, the talk box is pretty freaking low tech. I mean, it's really just a box. It's an amp that, that's in a small box that has a cover over it, and with one small speaker and a hose that goes over that, so that the sound gets pushed through a rubber hose that goes into your mouth, and you use your mouth to shape the formants that would be the wow wow wow. Anyway, and what time is it getting to be? Oh, you know what? I'm going to go a little over because it's coming up on 10:20 right now, and I didn't do any lullaby, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Let's go put it over here too. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. There we go. There we go. I'm going to have a little drink of water. Yeah, they can be a pain in the butt, can't they, around the block? Oh, yeah, there's the countdown. It just told me it finished. That's fine. Yep, we already realized that's it. 3D soundstage. Bon Jovi covered. There you go. Okay, so here we go. Everybody can start winding down, and I will start doing a little bit of lullaby stuff. Do 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 Okay, gang, I think that's enough of the lullabies for tonight. And I'm glad you like my lullaby, Stephanie. And I hope everybody had a good time. And yeah, I guess that's it. So I hope to see you guys next Saturday. And again, Monday is going to be Enigma. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Anyway, take it easy, you guys. Aloha.